And here's your host, Deborah Duncan.
Welcome back. Have you ever been told your symptoms of fatigue, weight gain, even hair loss are normal for your age? Oh yeah, that's what happens after you have a baby, so suffer through it. Have you been told you're fine and maybe you just need a little therapy to snap out of it? According to our next guest, you could be suffering from a misdiagnosis or non-diagnosis. Please welcome back from the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, Dr. Stephen Hotze, along with his patient, Dadra Greathouse. Well, let me just first say, if you've ever been to Lakewood and seen their wonderful music ministry, you are part of that.
I am one of the worship leaders there.
So you will sing, you sing up a storm, but here's the deal. You didn't have time for having issues like fatigue and all that stuff.
That's right.
Dragging yourself out of bed on Sunday mornings is sometimes what you had to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had a baby. And I love him. But after that, I was exhausted. I'd get up at 8 a.m. and by 10 a.m., I couldn't keep my eyes open. I went to the doctor and I said, look, I'm exhausted. I'm extremely fatigued. I can't get this weight off. My hair is falling out. And they said, oh, okay, well, you just had a baby.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, I kept saying, well, what changed? And so, Dr. Hotze, it's amazing to me that obviously billions of babies have been born, so we should have this one figured out by now.
Should we?
Exactly.
But instead, it is that's just what happens, so...
Learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, by knowing what changes in the body, we know that we don't have to live with it.
Well, remember this, when a woman has a baby, the baby takes control of that pregnancy. The placenta makes all the hormones for a woman, so her hormones are literally shut off.
You are nothing but a vessel. You are nothing but a vessel. Yeah.
But when the baby's delivered, then the placenta's delivered. Now a woman's hormones have to kick back on, and sometimes they don't kick on right. So routinely the problem after pregnancy when women have the baby blues or postpartum depression or the fatigue, it has to do with a depressed and imbalance and a lack of good production of the natural occurring hormones or sex hormones. And when that happens, that also affects their thyroid. Their thyroid hormones can be affected. Very commonly, women have thyroid issues or thyroid hormone problems that occur after pregnancy.
Yeah.
If a doctor's not aware of that, if the doctor just delivers babies and doesn't understand the hormonal impacts that happen after birth, then they let it go and they end up sending you to, putting you on an antidepressant or just telling you to live with it.
In the beginning, you understand the fatigue. You never will be any more tired in your life than
That's right.
You want to eat again? Are you serious? But you understand that in the beginning, but then it declines. I know for me, it just got worse and worse and worse, even though he was sleeping through the night.
Well, mine was so bad, eventually I developed what's called a goiter. On this side, it was the size of my fist.
A goiter is
and this side even larger.
A goiter is an enlarged thyroid gland. So her thyroid gland was built trying to produce thyroid hormones, and like work a muscle, gets bigger. So the thyroid gland's trying to make more thyroid hormone because she needs it, and it's not making enough thyroid hormone. So the gland, the pituitary gland, is telling the thyroid, we need more thyroid hormone, so it's getting bigger and bigger. That's a goiter.
Yeah. All right. So I see the little scar right here. Is that from thyroid surgery?
They removed it totally because at that point they said, we don't know how to stop it from getting larger. You're in danger of it blocking your windpipe and killing you.
Wow. Okay.
So
and you're a singer. You know, that's how you make your living.
Oh, it gets even better. They told me once we remove it, you probably won't be able to sing again.
Well, God had other plans.
He had much better plans, and so I thank God I'm still singing. I still have the full use of my range, and I'm so grateful.
Double award winner.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so Dr. Hotze, that brings up another issue. You have a thyroid that's gone, so now you truly need some replacement.
Absolutely.
You do.
But there's a difference between I'm sorry, you were saying?
Well, routinely what they'll do when they take out the thyroid or when they ablate it with radioactive iodine, they will put them on replacement therapy, but they'll use a synthetic thyroid hormone, Levoxyl, Synthroid, Levothyroid. And in our experience, clinical experience, with individuals that are taking those preparations, while it may give them some slight improvement in their symptoms, it never resolves their symptoms, but it normalizes their blood. And the reason is that the synthetic thyroid hormone is not the active thyroid hormone. The body has to be able to convert it to the active thyroid hormone. And if you have a problem with conversion, then you just don't do well. You normalize your blood, the blood's normal, so you go back to the doctor and you go like, doctor, I still feel like I have all these thyroid symptoms, fatigue, difficulty with weight, inability to focus, depressed moods, insomnia, lack of romantic moods and inclinations, all these symptoms, the hair's falling out. He goes, well,
you're falling apart. It's just like you're falling apart.
I'm falling apart. And he goes, but your blood's normal, so it can't be your thyroid. And you go,
that's right.
What is it? And he goes, honey, you're just one of those.
Yeah.
You just need a little antidepressant.
That's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to know that you're having these symptoms and they test you, and they say, well, your tests are normal. You say something is not normal.
Yeah, and that
Something's
goes
wrong.
back to where we have to do our own insistence.
You
I mean,
do.
and
You have to take charge of your own health.
You do.
Right.
And you have to find a doctor that will listen to you and understands that when a person presents with symptoms of low thyroid, they probably have low thyroid and they deserve a clinical trial of some natural desiccated thyroid. And you'd be amazed the number of individuals, men and women, who get resolution.
yeah,
when you do
and that's
that.
the thing, because you have synthetic and then you have your natural or bioidentical.
Right.
So that's something that if you say natural or bioidentical in particular, then that means that your body has no idea it's not producing its own.
That's exactly
It's
right.
engineered to reflect exactly what your body
It's
does.
the exact hormone that your body made, and that's what's important. And of course, that causes resolution of the symptoms when you get on appropriate doses of that. We always start on small incremental doses and incrementally increase it in case the patient has some problems. Having a low thyroid is like having a car on a cold winter's day in Minnesota. You don't go out and just give a load of thyroid. You start up that car and let it warm up, and so you have to start with low doses and gradually
to the point you
increase.
say, now I feel back to my old
That's
self.
right.
That's right.
All right. It's just so important for people to understand, I think, that if something feels wrong, then something is wrong.
That's right.
And then to be able to find a person who can speak to what your issues are and correct it. So,
That's
because I
right.
see you on Sunday, you were up there just.
And I just want to say this. At the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, we are this year starting and leading a wellness revolution that's going to change the way men and women are treated.
That's right.
Through the use of natural approaches to health and bioidentical hormones, and help people learn to say no to drugs.
Yeah.
Just say, that's not the solution to the problem. Let's correct what's going on internally so I don't need all these pharmaceutical drugs.
That's right.
And do it naturally. All right. Dr. Hotze has copies of his book, Hormones, Health, and Happiness, for everyone in our audience this morning. This is a great resource to flip through and get a great explanation of the role that hormones play in our body. And of course, that role is important. If we didn't have hormones, we die. Okay, Dr. Hotze also hosts a radio program, Health and Wellness Solutions, Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 on 700 AM. And to make an appointment, call the Hotze Health and Wellness Center at 281-698-8698, 281-698-8698, or log on to hotzehwc.com. And here's how I can tell the thyroid's working for you. You just got back from Hawaii yesterday.
Yes.
Woke up this morning and came on in.
That's
Okay.
right. I'm here.
After the break, fighting colorectal cancer by making sure people have access to the care they need.